welcome back to the Mr. Arsenal podcast for another international watchalong, and this is the first of two pre-World Cup warm-up games that England are having. Most countries are actually having at the moment to acclimatise to what's to come for the next month over in the USA, Mexico and Canada, mainly the two latter, in terms of the weather and the humidity and all that. And obviously tonight, as Scotland are playing against, I don't even care who they're playing against, to be honest. Sorry, Laura. They're about to kick off around the same time as we are against someone in the States, get themselves ready for their potential morning at this World Cup. And obviously England are playing, as you can see, the unusual suspects of New Zealand. Usually when it comes to England and New Zealand, it's rugby. Never would have thought of seeing them play New Zealand in a football match, period. But here we are. So it is England versus New Zealand. As I say, the first of two warm-ups. The second one is literally the day before the World Cup gets underway. So we'll cover that as well here on the channel on Wednesday. But team news is in. And obviously, let's give it all the Arsenal fans out there a heads up. Just a reminder, because obviously Arsenal got to the Champions League final this time last week. And the parade was on Sunday. Saka, Rice, Eze, and I think there's a fourth. So there's a fourth name. But either way, the Arsenal contingent of the England setup haven't travelled out yet. Well, they've travelled out, but they've travelled out later, so they haven't had time to train with the team and be ready in time for this game in particular. Saying that, here we go. And obviously you can see they're wearing the red kit. That's not Nike and what they've done. I'm not a fan of it, but hey. Hello, Gav, how you doing? Pickford in goal, and it has been confirmed, by the way. This 11 will be complete. Is only playing this first half. The second half will be a different 11. That has been confirmed. Been confirmed by Thomas Tuchel prior to the game in press conference today. Pickford in goal, Stones, Mark Gay. I don't have done it in the order. It should be a Spence and Konza as well. Konza, trying to think, he's playing right back. Spence at left back, and then Gay and Stones at centre backs. They've got Henderson, Mainoo and Rodgers as your midfield trio. Then obviously Rashford on the wing, Kane down the middle, and Watkins on the wing as well, which will be interesting. No, again, I've said this before, Gav, in terms of what you just said about memberships. It's literally every month I get 10 memberships a month that I can gift out, in blocks of 5, as in one block of 5 and another block of 5. And I click go, like gift out, and then YouTube itself pick randomly said people accounts, and they only pick the accounts of even this. As I say, it's not people that have been active previously in chat and all that, but they've clearly watched the content before. So yeah, hello Tom, how you doing? How's your Saturday going? You ready for the 4 or 5 weeks of majority of the time literally city games at all city hours because we've got games in the States at different time zones. You've got games in Mexico, games in Canada, all different time zones, all in one, all for one tournament. What could go wrong? Oh, and you've got to factor in weather conditions as well, in terms of certain parts of mainly the US of A. Oh dear. Can we not have spam in the chat, please? There's a reason why I make. People asked me way back when I started doing it. Why do you make all your lives subscribers only? Because I get spam idiots like that. No, not even a hello, just straight in there with ESPN TVs, yeah, and all that crap, yeah. Oh dear, how are you both feeling? Are you ready? Are you looking for? I was looking forward to this game, but also mainly the World Cup itself. Actually, I've got to be honest. I'm actually looking forward to the tournament as a whole, and obviously the first game being Mexico versus South Africa. Fucking hell, we got 12 years on from, was it 12? No, it can't be. No, 2010. South Africa was 2010, right? So 16 years to it'll be, and it will be. I said this last night. 16 years to the exact date when South Africa held the World Cup. They had the opening game. They played Mexico. It was 1-1. What are the odds? I have missed. What? It's been a good year for you, hasn't it, Tom? I did say start the season, your boys will do well. They'll stay up, this, that, and the other, and you did. Now it's just now, from this point, it's obviously just about your club and the owners now kicking on and making sure. Oh, Woody's back. It's a bit answering you for a while, Woody. What's happening to you? Hope you're okay. Um, yeah, let's get this team news off my screen now. Obviously, I always have another screen. We don't. Who's on the bench? We've got Konza, O'Reilly, Anderson, Bellingham, Livramento, Dean Henderson, Byrne, Gordon, Tony, Trafford, James, Scott, King, Ethan Wanyeri, and Rio Rio, the Liverpool lad. That's been heavily linked to Bayern Munich in the last 24 hours. Oh, that's the interesting one to talk about potentially. Things don't go well in the game. As it's a friendly, I don't think you'd want to. As it's a friendly, no. The competitive games will be though. Every game we do go for the actual World Cup because they're competitive. They will be on your channel live. I just thought, be it as a friendly, I think really, and it's going to be dead is a dead rubbers in terms of we got this 11 for the first half, and it's going to be different level in the second half. It's friendly FC. Yeah, it's not really worth the messing about, basically. Oh bloody hell! Hope you're feeling better though. If you ever, if you again, if you've lost a number, just let me know, and obviously, um, if you ever need to talk privately and all that, someone to talk to, just talk. You know where I am, basically. Yeah, sorry about that. Don't get me wrong. I say that knowing full well, right? I hate football, but also in terms of the World Cup, I was thinking of this because I've completely forgotten until today, for a moment anyway. You'll get to see Bielsa again at this World Cup, but obviously he's the head coach of Uruguay, so you'll get to see him in his little stall again. We did the good old days, and just yeah, and England aside, as again, enjoy games. Certain games you'll look out for to watch, be it in the group stages or that, and just look forward to and just enjoy it for what it is. And you won't have the stress. But again, as I say, Bayern England games, the stress of the game itself. You just sit back and relax. Really, bit of a random question: do you watch Top Gear? Haven't haven't watched it in donkey's years now, to be honest. Even the reruns, if I see even there's an episode I remember watching, I'll watch and I liked it. I'll watch it randomly. Don't watch it religiously. Which was for football and getting away on holiday. Were you off to on holiday out of interest? We can't seem to be behaving like a complete. Yes, competent. It just took a new ownership, Tom. It just took a new set of owners to come in that include Will Ferrell to change your fortunes basically and actually act like, as you say, a competent club. Don't let this bring you down, buddy. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. And yes, lag aside, I think this will be a ritual for most of us. Myself, Liam G, George, Austin, Laura, Catherine, and Gary for the foreseeable for the rest of this for the next few weeks. No matter what time, because the time zones, no matter what time, I think we'll be seeing a lot of us drink a lot of coffee with these stupidly late kickoffs. Oh, okay, cool. Hopefully you have a good time out there when you do go out there. Get a bit of time away and all that. Bolivia, Scotland, the plane, which is the most random thing. And Scotland wearing their salmony weird kit. What do you call it? What colour you want to call that? With next to no one in the stadium. That's going to be a thing with the World Cup as well. Teams are out in the England game, by the way. New Zealand in the all white. Don't get why when they're, as we know, then for all their sports, their home colours is black. And neither this, if he'd worn this or not, would have clashed with the black kit, the all black kit. But hey ho. It is weird seeing New Zealand play football when they're known for the rugby. Hi Chris, how you doing? I see Julian Alvarez. I said I've not seen concrete, like reliable people put that out there. To be honest, Gav, I'll just in the day if it happens, it happens. Be great, but I've not, as I say, I've not seen anyone reliable put that sort of info out there saying him saying that. It's just a random account you've never even heard of. What, that New Zealand player Tim Payne blown up on social media overnight? Now engaged for representing the channel. Do you hate your channel that much? Oh dear. Yeah, I'll tell him you said that. Oh dear. My sweet, oh, you got Haiti and New Zealand. Oh bloody! Hell. Don't like you got one bad team and one bad team in Haiti, and with all due respect, and a half a chance with another team. You've got two stinkers. Fucking hell, boy, poor fucker. I think George wants to do a sweepstake. To be honest, you did mention the other day, and he's sort that out as well. We're going to do that or not. But yeah, as I said to you last night, Tom, if you ever want to pop one for any games, if you're around, obviously you're not working or whatever. And there's I think Liam's out tonight. He's out on with friends, Crystal Palace friends, letting his hair down because obviously, can someone deal with these spammers in the chat, please? We've already got Brazil. Bloody hell! Fair enough. He's got a chance then. I don't back Brazil myself. I don't think they will. But still, you've been given one of the decent ones. I'm happy to know I said that. Okay, cool. Chris Ward. How's he still? My God. Didn't know he's playing international football. I know he's playing football for advice and all that, but international? Bloody hell. But yeah, in terms of the. But yeah, as I say, any games in particular, it doesn't have to be an England game. It could be any game, because we're covering all the games on the channel anyway. If you've actually popping on, you're more than welcome to. Right, mate, we've got Gabrielle. Yes, now you've recognised Gabrielle. Now you've got Brazil, you recognise him. Oh dear. I don't know what it is. It's just the template for Nike just seems lazy these days. And cheap. And yet again, but a beat not a complete. Right, Pete, how you doing? Pete G. Not a complete disaster in terms of turnout, but it's not full. It's nowhere near like the upper stand empty. I say about if you put everyone together, you probably half fill the lower tier, all the lower tiers all together. You'd half the stadium before the lower tier wise, and we're underway. Get me a scoreboard up. What to do with that? Just don't give us a boring game, guys. Please, I'll do anything. There we go. Let's put me up there with that. There we go. He's again. I'll go to him that as well. Then, of course, the modern day Mr. Arsenal, best defender in the world. Oh, dear. Again, I'm not going to disagree. What is this is the reason? Okay, going to the England side of things now. One of the major reasons why I don't get what I've just seen the goals that they're using. Oh my god, 90s throwback FC. Oh my god, they are proper 90s throwback goals they're using today. Um, I can say that did. Oh, Jed Spence. Yeah, I don't get Thomas Tuchel's thinking in terms of picking Jed Spence when he's got a broken jaw. He's having to wear an accessory effectively to keep his jaw in place. See, Cody Gakpo and Savino being linked to Spuds. Savino they tried to get last year and they wouldn't pay the money. That's a massive downgrade for Cody. Massive poor bastard. Don't rate him, but still doesn't deserve that. Um, Ruddy, now you popped in as well while you're still here. Thoughts on taking Arsenal's Deadwood for once in terms of your women's team taking Kate McCabe on a free. How do you feel about that one? Is Ryan Nelson still playing for New Zealand? Prime Blackburn. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, back in when prior to Blackburn falling off a cliff in terms of their established Premier League side, and then the Venky's came along and bloody run the club into the ground. The poor fan base that is Blackburn. Yeah, it was him. It was Ryan Nelson and Samba. I can't remember his first name, but Samba. I actually remember there was a 2 year period, 2 summer period, where Arsenal were this is back in the mid to late noughties. For the 2 summers back to back. We were heavily linked with bringing in Samba. It was at the same time we were looking to bring in Mark Schwarzer as our number one because Almunia was Almunia, and come on. But no, Wenger was Wenger, stuck with Almunia, and don't know how we didn't convince Samba. We didn't go in for him, I can't remember. But we always linked to him. The one player was always linked with, and in the mid to late noughties into the early tens was Julian Draxler. Christopher's a Sam, but that's it. I know his surname. I remember Sam, but that's his surname. Just forgot his name. His first name went out my head. Ended up at QPR at one point first season, didn't he? As well. Doesn't Chris will play? Yeah, Chris was the he's playing. He's playing. He started tonight. He's the captain. This is what I'm saying. How is Chris Wood still playing? The guy's got to be pushing the end of his career at some point. Come on, he's been going up forever. He literally left Burnley, went to Newcastle. He'd been at Forest for what seems forever now, for the last couple of years, but it seems longer. And obviously, Ruddy's. You're happy. You're happy with Katie, are you now? After, so you've forgiven her for the hair pull, by the way. I'm assuming. Emma wanted Katie. Yeah, this is what I did. I did say this. What was it? We did a show on Monday, impromptu show on Monday. Laura's idea. But I mentioned this to Laura last night for the women while I was watching the women's game. Um, that obviously Chelsea had wanted Katie for a while now. Going back to Emma Hayes' days. It was literally it was in Emma Hayes' last season, going into the January window, where it was heavily reported that you're going to come in for a bid, that you wanted Katie Darren Netton, like hooker by crook, who's going to nab her off us basically, and it never happened. Like we rejected the bid, and she was at this stage. I think she's on, even in the aftermath of that, she signed a new contract as well in the aftermath of all that. And look, I've said for the last year and a half, we need to move her on. If we want to move on as a club and evolve and be competitive domestically as well as not make sure last May wasn't a one-off in the Champions League. Um, we need, players like Katie do need to be moved on now, and we need to move them on and bring in upgrades to them sort of players. Full staying so that Katie's future at Arsenal was written. Yeah, it looks like because obviously with Beth, the club had already come out and said prior to the official announcement they weren't willing to lose both both Caitlin and Beth in the same swoop. But it is what it is. If she signs a 2-year contract, Caitlin, because we don't know officially what's going on there. If she does sign a new contract, um, as long as it's as a squad player, because the players we're looking to bring in on a free are brilliant at that, like amazing, like they are top notch quality players we're bringing in here potentially. If she can accept being if she can accept being a squad player, not a starter all the time, cool, whatever. Oh, it's gone wide. Set piece again. Ole. Gutted we didn't get, but it's Buddy Shaw actually said yes or no to Chelsea, and in terms of Man City, what's the Man City situation? Because I've heard since the season's ended, I've not heard a peep on the Bunny Shaw situation. If she's staying or if she's staying at City or going, in terms because it's got her contract's currently up. Gav, what do we think? Oh yeah, you know, it's a brave one. That's all I'm going to say on that part of things. What is going on here? What the greatest set pieces? But we even they messed up defensively, and we still didn't manage to put the ball in it. Did she? When did you do that? I didn't hear that. Even Scott, considering Scott was all over it when Chelsea looked to bring her in. I didn't hear a peep about that. Okay. Chris Wood, and it's fine. Mark Gay deals with him. Bloody hell, Scotland are winning. Bloody hell, Laura. Fucking hell, I've got to see this, sorry. Bolivia, you're playing Bolivia, let's be honest. And your seven pinky tops. And who scored for you? We started 75 Bears tonight, Arsenal, Liverpool go. Yeah, it's the one I showed you, Gav. It's just it's Chris Nike. Wait, look at these English shirts here. The template, the Nike template, not what I'm wearing now, but the Nike template you're seeing on the screen on ITV. Yeah. Um, imagine imagine that, but Chelsea blue. This the lion that the ownership have took on as CFC London, but without the CFC London bit, but the lion bit on where the badge would be, and the actual badge you've had since Roman took over is like indented into the detail of the shirt. And it's like yellow Nike tick, yellow lion, and yellow little parachute trim things there. Shackman scored. Oh bloody hell! The new Rangers striker. What's the score of your strike team? 0-0. We're not even fucking. We are literally. I tell you, it's a strong lineup, but it's literally. They may as well be doing it behind closed doors. Put it that way. By the way, Laura, if we quickly switch over to ITV1, look at the goals that they're using at the stadium we're playing at tonight. Are they the same goals that they're using for your game? And does it give you 90s throwback, early 90s throwback goals that you used to use in the 90s? Slash when you used, or even more simplify it, what the goals you used to see at school on the old playing on the old football fields and BE and all that. They are fucking tiny, and then, yeah, I'm sorry. The goals are just giving me 90s throwback. Yeah, I mean, I did show some of it. I think I can't remember, the last couple of weeks because there was obviously a rumour at the time because Madonna, before it'd been officially announced, Madonna was doing some live stream with some random person. I don't care, don't know who, but she was wearing it in long sleeves on a live stream. I don't know. When she was a fucking Chelsea, I don't know. But either which way, it just looks awful. And again, by the way, Gav, no sponsorship. You've lost that again. Oh dear. What goals? I mean, what goals are you using? I mean, where are you even playing in the US? No, it's an absolute joke. Yeah, just go to prove Boris Johnson, who was, who was the London Mayor at the time, by the way, when that deal was done between West Ham and himself and others, the powers that be at Harold. Even your goals aren't all that. I think the stats are not we have in our game, but still. Um, but yeah, Boris Johnson was clearly, how can I say this, getting his end away with certain people at West Ham who have recently left a few weeks prior to their season ending. You can count the dots. Now Scotland's goals are saying, yeah, Scotland's goals aren't like that. Why does it look and sound like FIFA for? I mean, the pitch is awful, by the way, for England's game. I'm looking at there's bumps. There's like that on the edge of the box that we're attacking. But I think is it one report was out there for this game. Was there yesterday. Took a photo from the stand, one of the stands behind the goal, and again the pitch looks fucking awful. It doesn't look. It's not um, attached properly, and it looks patchy. and it looks like not just patchy, but also if someone's gone over it, they've gone super duper over it and fucking dug into the actual ground itself. If you only, I was more so on about Alan Sugar's friend, female friend. Even your, I was looking at your goals. I mean, they look, even your goal, like the goals you're using, don't look great. But I don't know what's worse. The ones you're using, the ones you've got, or the ones we've got. Because I say the ones we've got for me, 90s throwback because of the it's we're so used to now the goals. Oh, you had the crossbar and post and all that, but the net is pretty much held up from behind by other apparatuses now to make the goal look bigger. It's been a long time since England, the high leagues of England have used them sort of goals. It's just and even take out the 90s equation for a second there. They're, that's the sort of the goals we're using in this England game are the sort of goals we were using at PE when I was at fucking secondary school and primary school. What the pictures cut? Why is that? What yours? A lot of the pictures aren't because yeah, a lot of the pictures are mainly used for NFL. Most of these stadiums we're getting used for the US side of things are NFL based stadiums normally that have been converted into looking more football based stadiums for the World Cup. But the pictures are shot from Kane saved. But the pictures are so bad. The relay depiction, the relayed it's so bad. It's horrendous. So you've got bad pitches that are not being in stadiums. Yeah, you got all the, yeah. It's a whole load of issues. We saw it last year. Was it one of your games, Rudy and Gav? One of your games in the Club World Cup had to be stopped for like what seemed an eternity because of weather conditions. Steve Clark said, "Have a look at your keep it back over because there's nothing happening." Yeah, oh my god, it looks bad. It looks worse from a bird's eye view. Oh my god, look at your pitch. I mean, that looks from this angle looks better from the angle than what we. If you go to bit back over to our game, you'll see what I mean. No, there's next to no one in both the Scotland game and the England game. There's next to no one in the stadiums. Benfica, that's the one. Yeah, there probably will be a lot of injuries because of this. Fucking, I don't wish that on anyone. To be honest, bloody hell. Come on, England, go on, have a shot. Oh, God, Rashford, put your Barca shirt. You'll fucking score that. Ball in. We have a touch. Someone. Oh, for the love of God. Mercer with Trevor Loeb. No. But it says it all, though. That even when. I know it's not the US. I think USA. Isn't USA playing Germany as well? And Germany. Last time I checked, Germany winning 1-0. Kai Havertz, by the way. Um, but for the locals, I know it's that their national team playing in the stadium or the Scotland stuff, but just to go out and get a feel what's to come basically. But it says it all. How much of a fast it's gone back to the. It didn't work in was it '94 in bringing along the game in the US. How's it going to work now? Like, can we keep on top of these idiots in the chat, please? These spam idiots. One of James's bosses going over the first Scotland game. Fair enough. Where's the first Scotland game? Like state wise, where did all these Arsenal fans come from recently? You had a lot jump. No, in terms of the people turn up to the parade in Arsenal shirts and in doing interviews, going, "No, I'm a Chelsea fan. I'm a United fan. I'm this. I'm that." They thought, seeing the scenes they saw from final whistle between Bournemouth and Man City, they thought it was carnival. It's gonna be a carnival. We're gonna get involved. It's London. It's gonna be carnival. We're gonna do this. They're not in your channel. It must be because I'm. Check the over the portrait version then, because the only YouTube channel I'm on is my channel. So if it's not in the normal landscape version, not what you guys normal, check the portrait chat just in case. So the only other the only other place I'm streaming on is the Zex account, and it's coming through as YouTube. These random ESPN TVs things. But no, they all thought, oh, it's gonna be a carnival. Why not? Why can't we get involved? Because you're not Arsenal fans. Period. Arsenal won the league. It's for Arsenal fans only. Absolute joke. And that's why Islington started. Is it? Oh, I've got a water break. Yay! This is another thing we have to deal with this World Cup. Um, so yeah, isn't yeah? People Islington Council got word of got the heads up basically of all this. Oh, Brazil versus Egypt tonight. Okay. They got the heads up on all this side of things, on that side of things, sorry. Shit themselves and went, we can't have the parade as it is. At the current route we had in place, we're going to have to tear that up because the initial route was meant to be from Town Hall, sorry, no, from Drayton Park side of the Emirates to the Town Hall, from the town, and then from the Town Hall all the way back to the Emirates, and have to trophy lift at the Emirates. Thank you, Laura. Have a trophy lift at the Emirates, and that obviously went out the window when you had multiple Chelsea, United, and all fans going, "We're going to turn up and we're going to get involved with the Arsenal and this, that, and the other." Amazingly though, I was there last Sunday. I didn't come across any United or Chelsea fans. It was all Arsenal from where I was on Holloway Road. But yeah, the council shut themselves and changed the route basically. But people I know for a fact, there's people I know that flew over from Australia, the States, that are actually Arsenal fans, diehard Arsenal fans, that flew over the second we were confirmed champions, booked their flights, made sure they were here for that parade to be part of to be part of it basically. All right, Gav, don't complain. Woody asked a question. I'm answering it. And you got to remember as well. You got to remember as well, Woody, in terms of the amount of fans that obviously was it a million to a million and a half was reported to have turned out for that parade. There's a lot of, as I say, a lot of fans travelling from over the world. Not everyone has a YouTube and this, that, and the other, and they've had to be put through. Obviously, over the years, supported silently because of fucking the grief they get. Basically, one day be day 15 as well. Oh my god! Sorry, as we're talking, because obviously they're coming back from their water breaks now. There's a woman standing up on TV now in an Arsenal Saka shirt. Oh shit, you're not. See, we're big everywhere, Gav. Proves my point. Oh my god, the international game, and there's yeah, and it's the new Arsenal shirt. And you've got Saka on the back. It's 2-0 Scotland. Way you're winning a game. You're going to go into the hate your game with a win under your belt after not winning for God knows how long since you qualified. And now this is, I know this is a friendly, but it is a feel of friendly, this game. It's so bad. There really wasn't. There really wasn't, really. There really wasn't. You had going by a couple of videos here and there, there's a few rogue idiots undercover. But from what I can see, they didn't cause no trouble, so it's all good. But the majority was Arsenal. Let's not even fucking go with everybody. It's Liverpool. It's, it's the majority of this one. It wasn't all Arsenal fans. It was undercovers, and that's weird. The thing is that's like for me that's just so weird. From fan bases like Liverpool fan bases, Chelsea fan bases, Man United fan bases, for example, in this instance, you have spent years pervading our club and our fan base, year in year out for years. The second we win in this instance the league title. You're all breaking your neck to get down to N5, N7, whatever, Holloway Road, Finsbury Park, to watch Arsenal players and their fans celebrate the league title win. I'm sorry, if Chelsea won the league title, I'm not breaking my neck to go to fucking Stamford Bridge and see the bus parade for that. Um, Same for United and same for Liverpool. I'm not. I'm not a fucking fan. Fuck off. It's your thing. Go and enjoy it. So why do you have to try and intervene in our stuff? Piss off. Next time we won our last game. I think it was a Denmark game. I don't know. I never wanted to go to another parade. That's my point. That's my point though. Like as Arsenal fans, when Chelsea have had success or Liverpool last year or United over the years, etc., or even Man City, we've not all gone as a collective. Oh, that looks interesting. That's a bit of history. Let's go to Manchester. Let's go to Liverpool. Let's go here. Let's go there and infiltrate a parade to that has no affiliation to us. It's funny, Ryan. There was knuckle draggers being season ended. I just find it weird behaviour. Basically, is my point in that was I just find it weird behaviour. Rival fans berating, just in general, it's weird behaviour. Take out the equation the berating of my fellow fan base and my football club for over a decade. Is like you taking out the equation. It's just weird behaviour. It's like when Chelsea last won the Champions League during the was it when you beat Man City 1-0, and you had Chelsea fans in West London by the bridge doing it in a bar or watching it in a bar or whatever. Decided to leave said bar, not go down to Stamford Bridge to celebrate. Oh no, no, no! Jump on the train and get down to the Emirates and celebrate outside the Emirates. Yeah, Tottenham know their place. tell me you're a small club. Tell me you're a small club. When you sign someone from Liverpool for free in Andy Robertson, you do an announcement video. By the way, partially copying Arsenal's announcement video and for Declan Rice partially. If you go over and see, you'll see what I mean. But the player in question doesn't even turn up to film for the fucking announcement video. You have to get a bloody one of your club ambassadors to do the video announcement. We're just having pot sauce at this point, just for the sake of it. A goal would be nice before half time, guys. That'd be great. I don't get how Henderson's in this squad either. Oh my god, that's a waste of a ball. Guy in Scotland and in an Arsenal shirt. There you go. Even when they're travelling to support their fucking national team in Scotland, they're still travelling out with the Arsenal. They're still taking their Arsenal shirts with them to a World Cup. What did that tell you? Best announcement video by far was Katie McCabe Lauderdale of him. Oh dear, not even close to the best. As I said to as I've been saying to Gav last night, have fun playing yellow card roulette with Kate McCabe every game. That United Trey was there. He made it. Oh yeah, yeah. Do the old. I'm undercover. Look at face reveal. Look at me. Fuck off. But it's just weird. I'm sorry. It's just weird behaviour and taking out the berating of Arsenal over the years. This that, and the other. It's just weird behaviour. A rival of yours has won a league title in this instance, and you want to run down to that side of London and be part of the celebrations. Are you mad? Again, you don't see any Arsenal fan last year run to Liverpool for the Liverpool trophy celebrations. Back in 2012 when Chelsea won the Champions League, didn't see the Arsenal fans running at fucking Stamford Bridge to celebrate that, did we? Or in the Fergie era, every time Man United won a trophy, and they had a parade. Quick, let's off to Manchester. Behave. It's ridiculous behaviour. It was fucking worrying behaviour. Fucking head testing. Thank goodness I'm half German. Come on, Germany. I mean, I'll have a look. Last time I checked, you were beating the USA 1-0. Let's have a look. Seeing as you've come in and said, and obviously you're an Arsenal, but you're one of us, you're a Gooner, so we look after our own. No, it's 2-1 now in the 96th minute. How did Germany let the USA score? Let's have a look when these goals happened. Oh my god, okay. So Leroy Sané scored a Germany potential winner by looks of it, making it 2-1. Who scored for the US? It was 1-1 at half time. Who the hell scored for the US? Come on, show me. And Tony Robinson. Bloody hell. This game is boring. Yeah, typical England, isn't it? No matter who the manager is, when it comes to friendlies, we don't bother doing anything. And there's a save for Harry Kane. Yay. USA have a good team. I think the most of the US will be find it hard to believe, considering in the last 12 months they've barely won a game, and they went through a massive losing streak against even the likes of Canada and Mexico. There's another one, but teams that normally do well against, they're like, no, we'll have to lose. So we'll see. We'll see when World Cup gets underway next week. After no way would I support you on a platform. I'll let you off on that one. Tina's the last one. I have to let you off on that one. Che Adams scored for Scotland. Jesus Christ. That's on Potts. Potts is still there. That's my point. He's still there. Wait, one sec. I think I picked the wrong game. I watched your game instead. Oh my god, this is fucking dull. Oh, here we go. Rashford. Gonna do the right thing here. There's no one bloody there in England shirt. Oh my god. If you're gonna do the right thing and pull the ball like that, do it to the England play for crying out loud. It's gonna be interesting in terms of World Cup in general. Taking England by us out of it, it's going to be interesting to see because I'm see who actually performs in this World Cup and goes on to win it. If you have any like dark horses, anything like that. Because this is the first time in a while I'm going into a World Cup. I don't have a feel for anyone an outright team to win it for the first time in a while. For me. There's no standout team going into this, and I think okay, that's the team I'm going to go with. Oh my days! Bring me back Premier League football, please. Dark horse Japan winner of Japan have been put on. I mean, Japan in the last two World Cups have beaten Germany in the last two in the group stages. They're slowly turning up, coming to these tournaments and actually pulling off shock results, so to speak. Yeah, that's an ACL then, isn't it? That's the basic. We know what it is, but we can't say it because we're not going to say it officially from our point of view. We're going to let Chelsea get a second opinion and let them announce it instead. I mean, what was it, in the last World Cup? I remember sitting here with him on stream covering that not England, Germany Japan game, and Japan coming from 1-0 down in the last 10 minutes and turning it around, win 2-1. I remember watching the fixture 4.5 years prior in the previous World Cup as well, and Japan pulling off that shock as well. My point is that up till not the last World Cup, the World Cup prior, was it the Russian World Cup? Prior to that, teams like Japan would arrive at the World Cup, and depending on who they got in their group, they're just happy to be there. Basically, they went out and they went out, sort of thing. Barring when they hosted it, obviously in 2002. Taking that aside, I mean, even then they went out the two. They weren't the ones that went furthest. Um, so they got a set piece, by the way. That's what I'm saying. I'm not wishing on any. I wouldn't wish that on anyone. The ACL side of things. It doesn't look good when they're saying that it's going to be it's going to be basically a reassess basically at Chelsea. Well then, Rashford. What is it? Are you confused, Rashford? Do you think they're wearing a white shirt? Oh, did you see Rangers won't be playing 70 of the best anymore as the walkout song? Why? In general, just out of interest now because the game's that bad. Why? And what are they walking out to? Then, God forbid. It could be for Jones. Yeah, the one that can't get called up for England by Serena. Oh, for the love of God, Kane, can you just stop being such a selfish bastard? This is paid, mate. I can't wait for second half at this point. Different team might actually fucking try and win this game. Hey, it's just over. Sake. Don't get me wrong, Aggie is a good player, but the fact she can't get called up, taking in the squad now, is concerning. I mean, something's clearly gone on beyond the scenes at HQ between her and Serena maybe, or someone on the staff in England HQ and training because we're not to be called up all of a sudden. But the fact of the matter is that this time last year, 17-year-old Michelle Agiman was getting brought on ahead of Aggie Beaver Jones at the Euros. Our manager's younger than your manager. Renee's literally younger than Sonia. Also, you're on about Celtic and Rangers. Oh, okay. We talking about the fucking women's team for a second. I thought, what are you on about? But isn't that pretty damning that a guy that's been retired for what, a decade basically, came out of retirement for Celtic twice, by the way, last season, and managed to somehow salvage the league title. How damn I'm sorry, how damning is that for Scottish football? I have no problems with Martin O'Neill as a per se, but for a guy that's been retired in terms of management for a good decade or so, it doesn't bode well when he comes out of retirement to come back to Celtic and he second time around blows you out the water basically again. We've not been I won't say we've had a couple of shots, but it's been either straight to the goalkeeper, one or two shots straight to the goalkeeper, but most of the shots have been over the bar or deflected wide. And League Cup, yeah. I mean, look who you had to play. It wasn't exactly tough competition in terms of the final itself. Oh dear. Sadly, obviously with Hearts, with the Rangers buying Shackland from Hearts, and we're going to see that dismantlement of that team now. Next season's going to be back to normal now. They've got the Glasgow, fuck's sake, the Glasgow Alliance fighting out for the title. Yeah, I think he's letting everyone get their minutes under their in their belt, and also have some sort of acclimatization to the conditions over there. So come the games itself, the competitive games, are somewhat ready. I'll be surprised if there's any injury time added on this game because there's nothing fucking happened. 3 minutes. Where's the 3 minutes come from? Don't sleep in Mother. They might sell their striker for 10 mil, £10, 10p to Egypt League. I'm saying that says it all. Oh my days. Yeah, he will put midfield wise will be what keeps helps that defence basically, especially in the latter stages of the tournament. For the deeper we go, the fact we're playing someone like Kwanzaa as a fullback today is a bit concerning. But like I say, even more concerned, we took a fullback in Jed Spence out to this World Cup with a broken bloody jaw, and he has to have a fucking strap now around his head and said jaw to keep the jaw in place. No, he arrived in Miami. He arrived in Miami on Monday. Sorry. Flew out on Monday. There we go. Yay! Harry Kane scored. Woohoo! England have scored. Yay! A shot on target. Yeah! I promise, guys, I'll be more enthusiastic for the World Cup. Don't worry. Miami base. I generally can't remember. I knew we arrived flew out to Miami and arrived. I don't know where our main base is. I'll be honest. Yeah, 4-0 Scotland for fuck's sake. Oh dear. Of course you take your friend, you can fucking serious, yeah. Let the player get the shot off and then call it back for the free kick. I thought it was oh my god. Oh dear. There you go, half time whistle's gone. Yeah, okay. But that can't be the case in time because bloody hell. Have a look. Oh, it is. It's actually Kansas. Yeah. Was literally in Catherine's neck of the woods, Missouri. There you go. Oh, days. That was interesting. Boy, got a goal at least. Oh, my days. The game's been that bad, my dog's asleep. Didn't even jump up to celebrate either. I was like, yeah, he's just like, yeah, I'm sleeping, leave me alone. Right. Clear my notifications up and all that. Oh, dear. If I was to win the Champions League or Premier again, I wouldn't mind them building a new stadium again or redeveloping it. You think tickets will be the tickets are going to be insane now. Again, the whole the whole ballot system is going to be even more of a farce next season. Believe you me. Long gone are the days, guys, that from an Arsenal point of view, no matter who we played, home at the Emirates, home or away, most likely obviously at home, obviously away fans are loyal, we're loyal as fuck. But the home fans, no matter who we used to play, and be it League, Champions League, such as Europa League and all that, say Europa League Cups and this, that and the other, you never struggled to get tickets. Never struggled to get tickets. You could always reach out to a friend of a friend, and they could reach out to someone, and if they didn't have a ticket themselves, their friend would, and this, that, and the other. And you bet within 5 minutes, you put word out. 5 minutes, you have a ticket for the Arsenal game at the Emirates. Non-existent now. The verity that is. So, no, I've not got a Lucozade. As I said earlier, got me a mug of coffee for today anyway. Not, I'll balance it out. I put it that way. I'll balance out the Lucozade consumption in this World Cup. But yeah, it's just coffee today. But depending on what games I'm doing as well, and what in terms of the time it kicks off, the games I cover, out of all the games, we will be covering, out of the ones I cover, especially the group stage. Oh my god, I think I'll be having more coffee than anything else. Argentina, Netherlands, and Algeria are also based in Kansas. There you go. All right, so what have you noticed, Laura? What have you noticed, dare I ask? And what are you on about? High be clear. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think that going by the reports we've had for the last year and a half, the reports, then the sit down interview that Sky did with Gary Neville, Ian Wright hosting it with London Coney with Arteta, Josh Kroenke and all that. You listen to Josh Kroenke. The plan is to replicate what they've built in for the Rams, basically. Go down that in terms of in terms of capacity, not just stadium size, in terms of capacity, around 80 to 90,000 capacity, but also the facilities. You don't have your half. Only friendlies, calm down, Laura, calm down. Harvey, one of the best days of all time. Yeah. Again, you can be biased, but yeah, for what it was, it's on small, compact, on top of the pitch, made the atmosphere intense. And that's the trick. That's the trick of the club of when they were going to the architectures and doing the artist's impression of the stadium and all that. That's the one trick they messed up on, was having the pitch and the pitch were obviously in terms of the stand itself at North Bank, the clock end, and all the stands in general, a fair distance away from the pitch and not on top of the pitch. Took away the intimidation side of it from an Arsenal point of view. And I think that maybe that's something they're looking into in this redevelopment. But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Because like it or not, we've still got to get permission. No matter what the Conquerors have planned, they've still got to go through the fucking council. And as we know, even nowadays, Islington Council can be a right pain in the backside when it comes to Arsenal and needing things to be done. Oh dear, I'm not even going to watch that. I'm going to flick over to BBC Two. I mean, I don't know which goal this was, but it's crap goalkeeping. Really bad goalkeeping. Like Tomlin's goal, I think it was. Yeah, the 2-0 goal. Oh, we got Kenny Minow on the BBC Two coverage. You okay with that, Laura? Being he's an ex-Rangers legend. I was happy for the Champions game between Arsenal and Chelsea. I was young, but it was again because, as I say, obviously it still stands to this day in terms of the actual stand itself. North Bank, the West Stand, the East Stand, the Cock End, and all that. They've survived. But it wasn't. It was what. It was old school in the sense of how it looked, but it was intimidating because it was on top of the pitch. All, all four corners were on top of the pitch. That's a trick they missed. They moved to the Emirates. Even Wenger admitted to that one. Early on, he realised we've messed up here. That's why you see like them not down the road when they built their stadium. They made sure all four corners are on top of the pitch still. Everton even as well when they're designing their stadium, they want to make sure it's still on top of the pitch. So I'm sure you're not. That's how Stamford Bridge is. The thing is that because obviously you're part of your fan base. Obviously, I don't know if it's part of your fan base or all your fans. You all own a piece of the stadium or whatever, the pitch or whatever. That's part of the reason why you'll never leave. Obviously, being never able to leave then, and obviously, in terms of we keep talking about redevelopment, in terms of the actual, you can't redevelop because of how the redevelopment of Stamford Bridge over the years, back in the 90s, early 2000s, is now negated you from going making it bigger and all that because you're enclosed in the area you have. Oh dear. Yeah, 15th of June they come out. So not not this Monday, not obviously not this Monday, the following Monday, 9 o'clock in the morning. That's it. Yeah, there's that as well. Oh my days. Yeah, I was just hoping we get easy hope next season. Now you finish 10th, so you'll probably. I can't see you getting an easy one. That's the thing. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. I'll be honest, Gav. I wouldn't be surprised if we get one of either us, City, or Liverpool, or even United. I think, yeah, there seems to be the sort of theme every now and then that you'll play us either the second or third game of the season every now and then, and or you open the season up against Liverpool or Man United. And the Tottenham playing at that was weird. It felt like forever as well. 2.5 seasons there as well. Practically 3 seasons, really. It's a joke. If we get that, then it's a fix. I think we. Really says you think he gets Villa. I forgot about Villa. But there might be in terms of Villa. Getting Villa might be a good thing actually because of the UEFA Super Cup they're in against PSG. That might bode well for whoever gets Villa in the first period of 2 to 3 games of the season. Honestly, though, all jokes aside, in terms of Premier League, I think I'm trying to find who came up. Hull, Coventry, in Ipswich, right? I say Liverpool and Man City will get one of the promoted teams, and out of the promoted teams, the promoted team that's left over, that team will get a mid-table team. Like we saw this under West Ham last year. I don't know. Who would we get? That's the thing. I don't know. Arsenal. I don't mind who we get, home or away. Being honest, but no. Preferably, I'd like a home. I start the season at home. Oh, here we go. So James Trafford's in goal. James is starting late, coming out. Bellingham, Anderson, O'Reilly in midfield. Montgomery, Tony, and Gordon. Who the fuck's in Goma? Well, it says Arsenal get Coventry and gets to match when Brentford came up. Different Arsenal, my friend, different times. There's some people having fun over the States and from England fans' point of view. Bloody hell. Well, that's stupid. Young kid, about between 16 and 18, literally sees himself on the screen and puts the middle finger up. See an Arsenal fans, apparently, of course. Hopefully you get Man City right. No, the odds on the team that obviously first and second playing each other opening game of the season is rare. It's Rio from Liverpool. Why did I just put Rio then? Fucking hell. Confused the life out of me. Yeah, the upper tier is completely empty in this stadium we're playing in. I'd say you could pretty much, we put all the fans together in that stadium, you could half fill the lower tier. And somehow Jude Bellingham's got the armband, of course he has. No, I think Man City and Liverpool will get one of the promoted teams each. The survivor of the three from that side of things will get a mid-table team. I don't know. I could genuinely, because of league positions and all that from last season, I could actually see Northland Derby in the first week or either opening game or second week of the season. You- It's all well and, yeah. I will say this in terms of Alonso side of things. It's all well and good getting Alonso in, but if you're not going to change your philosophy as an ownership and what you've been doing for the last few years, you're not going to change that. You're going to keep going down that route. You're going to be in the same situation by the end of the season in terms of a very upset and heat off manager and Xabi Alonso. Yeah, Livermento's come on as well. So, yeah, it's a complete new 11 as promised from Tommy Tuchel. Oh, didn't it? Bloody hell. And we're underway for a second half. Sorry about that. I completely forgot about the fucking clock. Bloody hell. Come on, England, please. I know it's a new 11, but please be a better performance in the first half. At least try and score. Oh, yeah. United. When like, it doesn't Man United and Michael Carrick. I think he'll get found out early on now, because obviously you got the Champions League and all that. He'll get found out very, very early on. United fans will turn on him, and he'll be lucky if he survives the season, basically. So it could be another long season, another write-off season for United, sorry. Ooh. I wouldn't mind. Again, obviously, I'm going to say as an Arsenal fan and really annoy you all. I wouldn't mind one of the promoted three, home or away, at match day one. Be honest, just to get the feet under the table, do what we got to do, and then kick on from there. Like I said to you, Gav, last night about Osman, it's not the fee that's been the problem. It's the main thing that's stopped that from happening so far is the wages. If he's happy to take a pay cut and work with the ownership's wage structure, they'll take him. But if he's, until he's willing to do that, they're being standoffish on that side of things, aren't they? So Barcelona's Anthony Gordon on the ball, Jude, James, Rio, Bayern Munich bound Rio. Ball in from Gordon, corner. And we should be all over it and get done early. Going to be interesting. Again, a lot of clubs are trying to get some business done now before the World Cup. It's going to be very interesting this summer, how clubs get their business, how and when clubs get their business done, basically. By the way, just think, I was another thing I was thinking today is the dates for next season, and Champions League final is now Champions League final next year is at the Atletico Madrid Stadium on the 5th of June. Not in bloody May. Absolute fast, if you ask me. Oh, could be 2-0. Oh, hit the post. Dan Burn hit the post. Of course he did. Out jumped the goalkeeper, got the head to it, and he hit the post. You know. I'll be honest. My 2 pence, Gav. I think he, I think he's an upgrade on what you've got in Sanchez. Straight away. He's young. He's young still. He's English as well. And he's hungry. He wants to be. And he will have a point to prove now because he'll feel hard done by. Do you still want the AC Milan goalie? Though? That's the thing. Does he still want to come to you after what happened last summer? Oh, I'm assuming the Germans held out in the end. Get some scores on the doors. Yeah, Germany held out against the USA. So, Portugal just beat Chile 2-1. Gibraltar won against Cayman Islands 4-1. Belgium beat Tunisia 5-0. Canada versus Republic of Ireland earlier was 1-1. Saudi Arabia beat Puerto Rico 3-0. Haiti lost to Peru 2-1. Romania beat the Welsh 2-1. Oh, is that in there? On again, try again. Ball in. No. No in there? No. Albania lost to Luxembourg 1-0. Switzerland 1-1 against Australia. Panama 1-1 against Bosnia. Obviously, no. 1-0 England. 4-0 Scotland. Qatar versus El Salvador is 0-0. And then got Jamaica, South Africa, Brazil, Egypt, and Venezuela versus Turkey at 11 o'clock our time. Yeah, the main weakness of Donnarumma, apart from he can't play out from the back properly. That's part of the reason why he was being challenged by Harry Kane last summer to improve on that, or he'd be dropped, and he didn't like it basically. Like he went to the one club once he's got to play out from the back properly. That that's his main weakness. His other weakness, that's his glaring as well, is for a goalkeeper of his height and build, he's very weak when it comes to set pieces, coming out to claim a ball. Wrong we go. Lucky man. See, this is the difference actually trying to actually score and ask questions of the defence and goalie compared to the so-called better 11 in the first half. But yeah, I do agree with Woody there. Because you're not in Europe at all next season, your first thing you do need to sort of let a few people either go out permanently or out on loans. Bring that wage structure down massively first before bringing anyone else in. Scotland Silver another apparently according to Laura. Fair enough. We are again. This 11 itself is pushing up a bit further. Is pushing up a bit further up the pitch and trying to actually ask questions of the defence and goalie. Compared to the first half, it was just literally tapping him around the green and everywhere. I think we. Gus says, Gav really says, I think we signed Van Heck from Brighton. Maybe. They'll be the main two to go, in my opinion. It's just a matter of who else goes, basically. Born in from Reese. Free kick New Zealand. I suppose Liverpool want him as well. Oh, you're on about Van Heck. If he's got Spurs over Chelsea, Jesus Christ, you're asking questions then. There you go. Stadium, the stadium we're using is an NFL stadium basically for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Who owns the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Man United fans? Yes, that proves the point in terms of the pitch. But I think, talking about Sensei, I pronounce his fucking name. You watch, you've seen it already. Tottenham fans raving about, oh, he's the second coming, he's God, da 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 da, he's so good for a free, da 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 da. I've seen this before. Every player they've ever fucking bought in, either free or actually paid for, at some point they get found out in this modern era. It's like, they're fucking awful, get them out of here. What are we doing? Trying players like this twat. Free kick, I think. Looks like it for England. Thank you for that. Like 89 says in the chat, please like and subscribe. Please. And also share as well. That'd be massively appreciated. Even then, it's still concerning. What? Why would he leave a club that's in Europe next season for two clubs that are not for a club that's not going to be in Europe? They're doing the Lee James free kick. He's going to go for goal. He is, and he hits the wall. Put it back, Rio, for God's sake. Or just go backwards. Oh dear. Not going to happen. I can tell you that. I can tell you that for sure, already. Sorry, mate. That's a foul, surely. Penalty. Oh no. Well, she gave a penalty and then the offside flag's gone up, so there's an offside instead. Originally gave a penalty, then immediately changed their mind to a free kick offside. Oh, it's tight. Okay, this is a warm up game for the World Cup, and they're not using VAR in this game. Of course not. Yeah, but then he went quiet last season after all the hype last summer. She gets sacked if we don't win 50% of them. So you're not even in Champions League. You've got to qualify, haven't you? Uh, you've got to do a qualifying rounds, haven't you, for the Champions League? So, and also you do remember, because we're in Champions. Oh, there's VAR. Don't come take any information on. Yeah, I'm checking for this. One sec. What's going on? But no, I'm saying going back to the women's team, because you finished in top three, you can't defend the Sandwich Cup next season. So the only ones you can compete for are the league, FA Cup, and if you qualify, the Champions League. And already, because they know to the Champions League, if you don't win that, you've never won it. And yeah, last season is it? Do we have to remind you? Um, and yeah, I don't see you winning a league either. For that go, A, you got to qualify, Gav, and B, you have to have pedigree in Europe, which you guys don't. We need two of them. Okay. If it's fair, two of the three. Yeah. I think Man City will get found out next season because this season they didn't have no Champions League, the women's team. Whereas they've got that schedule now, so they'll get found out. I think, and we saw at the back end of the season they just about got over the line in terms of performances weren't there, but they did nab the result by hook or by crook in the end in certain games prior to them being confirmed as champions. So yes, I can't. Obviously, they won't. I don't think they won't go far in champions. They'll probably they'll be lucky they can get out the top four. Yeah, top four's automatic, and then the playoffs and all that. Be lucky they can get in the top four themselves. Um, got the cup, the FA Cup wise, they can try and win that defend. I think in terms of the title, it's between the three of us in terms of us, Arsenal, City, and Chelsea. More so, I think more so between Arsenal and City. Sorry, going by what I've seen of Chelsea this season. And Cav, also you got to remember you came up against us in the quarterfinals of this season, last season's Champions League now. and he got found wanting. Haiti beat New Zealand 4-0 3 days ago. Jesus Christ, this is bad. Yeah, first the thing is, Chris, first half, the starting 11 literally didn't do buying the goal near the end of the half. Buying that, literally didn't do anything. Second half, the second half 11 have actually been trying to score and actually have asserted their authority as a superior team, with all due respect. Now, I don't see United. Skinner just be Skinner. He'll get the odd random result here and there, but he won't do anything. He won't do anything special next season. He won't. He's, I mean, he'll win the League Cup because obviously the League Cup he should win because Arsenal, City, and Chelsea can't be in it. We're not allowed in it because we're in Europe next season. We've been told top three from now on. Top three don't qualify. They're not allowed to be in the League Cup. They're punished for being too good. So really, he's not. Skinner has no excuse not to win the Subway Cup. There's no excuse for it. So, but having your competition, your literal rivals, your competition, and not allowed to compete in it for being too good. For me, that taints and takes a shine out of the actual winning of the trophy. When you're the only decent team in the competition, basically. Yeah, 2019 is the last time Arsenal won the league. I know. I would have said Chelsea. If Chelsea had got Bunny Shaw, I would have said that it'd be between Arsenal and Chelsea for the title because that would have significantly weakened City. First, you're taking on knockoffs. doesn't help your case. If we won the league, our men's team, we won the men's our men's team won, our men's team won the league title. Our women's team are the world champions. What more do you want? We could have won the Champions League and been insufferable for it as well. Really insufferable. So, but we thought, you know what, we got the league. That's enough for this year. We'll come back next year, defend the league, and go and win the Champions League in Madrid instead. You can say, you can say what you want, Ruddy. Facts are facts. UEFA recognise it. So as far as I'm concerned, if UEFA can recognise it, then so be it. That's all. That's what matters to me. Water break now. A 3 minute water break. No, you want it in pre. That thing is a pre-season tournament for you. It literally was It was pre-season. Come on. At least when our girls won it, it was during the season itself. Morocco versus Norway tomorrow. England Ukraine for the girls on Tuesday. God. And then Costa Rica versus England on Wednesday. I know you want to talk about you don't. Hey, you're the one bringing it up and saying we didn't win the Champions League. So to say, look, yeah, we didn't win it, but if we had something to fall back on in terms of a league title, Just means next season we win. We're to, what we failed to do this season, doing a double, we'll do it next season instead. We're giving everyone a, a year off basically in terms of being really insufferable. At the end of the day, you dished it out, you lot, for years on end. You rival fans, you dished it out, and now you're suffering the consequences. Your girls beat nobody. We beat in terms of World Cup. We beat Corinthians, the champions of South America. But okay, cool. Not, again, we can only play who we are up against. It was either Corinthians or Gotham. Gotham didn't turn up, literally. So, at the end of the day, we can only play who we're put up against. Vice versa for yourselves as well. And also to get into that tournament, that was very close. To get into that tournament, we had to beat the best team in Europe in terms of when I say the best team in Europe at the time, due to the fact they were going for a three-peat in the Champions League in Barcelona. And what Ramsey home, they came back at not, took it on the chin, come back a year later, not at their best at the start of the tour, at the start of the season, and blitzed Leon in the final 4-0. You're all bitter and twisted, bitter and twisted. At least my club's never cheated to win silverware. Everything we've won in my lifetime has been won fairly and by the book. Can't say that for Chelsea now, can we? Thanks to Raymond. Beat Prime City. Oh my days. Oh, here we go. Don't think so. No. I think they even finished below new promoted Sunderland. I think. I mean, that's got to be pretty. That's got to sting a bit. That the £1 billion Chelsea finished below Sunderland, newly promoted Sunderland. Well, you seem bitter. I'm not bitter at all twisted. I'm a league champion, my friend. My days in the doldrums are long gone. Again, Gav, we don't set up the tournament. Have a go at FIFA for setting it up the way they did. Don't have a, don't have a go at us. They're the ones that went impromptu. We're going to do a women's one as well as a men's one. We're going to do a women's one as well, but we're going to make it very. We're going to do it halfway through the season. We don't know who's going to host it because we do it so impromptu. One sec. Oh my days. Um, it was the last minute decision to have it hosted in London in the end. Um, and we're only going to have X amount of teams involved in it as well. Not our problem. We just qualify by winning the Champions League and be the champions of Europe, and had to play the champions of Africa and then the champions of South America in the final. Not our fault where it's located, how many teams was in it. Not our problem. We just turn up and do our job. At least we aren't Tottenham. They're fucking, yeah. Fucking hell, what's that my worst enemy? Jesus. But the difference is, yeah, we spent a billion as well. We've spent money as well. But we ain't going one good season, one bad season, one good season, one bad season, one good season, one bad season, and looking at absolute dog shite basically in between. We've by spending said money have progressed as a club on the pitch and off the pitch. We've had we've been we, from the second we started competing, we have been maintaining buying the Liverpool in the league. Um, it wasn't a title challenge that season. It was just Liverpool ran away, but we were just the second best of a bad bunch basically. Um, but yeah, second second in the league just out of nowhere. They've just missed out on the title the following season by a point or two to City on the final day of the season. Then, as I say, third time I asked him, it wasn't a title race. We were just the best of a bad bunch in the end, second best of a bad bunch. And then this season, we got over the line. In the league, we got over the line. And if and this is the thing, that our squad has played nearly the full, but literally nearly played the full amount of allocated games we could have potentially played. We were too short of having played the full allocation of fixtures we could potentially play in the actual season itself. And we got to League Cup final, Champions League final, won the league, quarter final of the FA Cup. Yeah, it was disappointing in terms of who we lost against in the FA Cup, but still, my point is we are progressing. We are going forward as a club on and off the pitch. It just seems a complete fast over at your end. Ball in for England. Dan Burn and out for another corner or goal kick. Corner. Yeah, 6 years ago, it was in the doldrums, and then in the space of 6 years, we've gone from being in the doldrums and going backwards as a club, spent money, which we had to do. Let's be brutally honest, like any club would normally have to do in that situation. Spent money to fix ourselves, and look where we are now. His first full season, we finished eighth. Second season, fifth. Third season, second. Fourth season, second. Fifth season, second. And in his sixth full season, we've won the league. I don't. Well, that's a question then, because this game's that bad. There's a question then. With Arsenal being defending champions, you have a new manager, Man City have a new manager, Liverpool have a new manager, Man United have Carrick. Who's who's gonna push us all the way for the title? Potentially, win and take the title back off us. You won't be United personally. You won't. Uh, as it stands, as we speak, on the 6th of June, I can't see it being Chelsea. Going by your owners, how your owners have been operating for the last few years, I can't. Unless they change their format this summer, I can't see it being Chelsea. And Liverpool, I say out of City, Liverpool, it should be Liverpool. But it depends how much of a mess Ireland slots left behind, and also how Ariel and how makes the leap from, with all due respect, a club of Bournemouth standing to a Liverpool standing as well. Man City, you say? I mean, they'll be up there. They'll challenge. I mean, this is something I'm saying. Liverpool, City will challenge, but who's going to push us all the way? I don't. I think they'll put. I think they'll, as I say, I think City challenge, but they won't. They won't go all the way. If anyone's going to push us, it'll be Liverpool. But that's dependent on if Ariola can make that step up from a Bournemouth to a Liverpool, where the expectations are much different now. Enzo Maresca, City, as I say, they will be up there challenging, but I can't. Again, until I see an Enzo Maresca City play right here, right now, I can't see it at the moment. Obviously, I could we could come back in the first month or so of the season and be sitting and be saying completely different. But I need to see, with all due respect, how Enzo's going to set this team up because it's going to be, like it or not, the levels that Pep's brought for the last decade at that club, there is going to be that drop off in terms of what he brought and what Enzo's going to bring. Basically, with all due respect to Enzo, as good as he is, he's not going to have the same oomph. There should be no excuses for Liverpool next season now. No, the excuse will be if he doesn't adapt to the step up, will be Ariola. That'll be their excuse. I mean, I think he's a good manager. He says, as I say, we don't know what sort of mess has been left behind by Arda, and also we don't know mentally if him making a step from Bournemouth to Liverpool was a jump too quick. Time will tell on that one. But if he comes in and he has no problem adapting and kicks and does his thing at Liverpool now, I think Liverpool will be the team that pushes us basically. But again, sitting again, no one's done their business either. That's another thing. We need to see what business has been done as well. But come back and ask me this question on deadline day once the window's closed. Once we know, once we know who's in and out in terms of players from Arsenal, Liverpool, this, that, and the other. Kukureka and City because he loved Enzo. Bloody hell! No, no. But come on, bud. We've got to be realistic here. It says a lot in the second half, even though it's been a bit more pressure from the England side. It's still only 1-0. We spoke more about fucking Premier League and Arsenal than the actual game. Oh my god. Oh dear. My prediction for next season: Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, United, Chelsea in fifth, Villa sixth. Okay. I do think it's interesting that obviously, I don't know if you guys, the neutrals in the chat know, it does seem that Morgan Rogers does want to come to Arsenal. Like we've had talk, and he's like, "Let's get this done," basically. So that could be a huge deal to do. Me and my cold coffee hit me awake. Oh dear. The annoying thing about this game as well is the World Cup's going to start. New Zealand will play, and they'll look absolutely awful. They'll get torn to pieces in their group, and they're going to sit. Even as a friendly, we're going to look back at this and go, "How the hell was that only 1-0?" Well, as I say, Morgan Rogers is one of them players. I think they're definitely losing by the looks of it. We was told 125 million for Morgan when we inquired about him, right? Because everyone knows just your ownership's stupid enough to spend that sort of money, but it's the wages as well that and where you are as a club is why he's told you piss off basically. According to some reports, he's told you where to stick it, and if he is to come to London, it's literally going to come to Arsenal. And that's again, you talk about us spending money. We've been smart about it as well. It's got us to this point where we are an attractive proposition again. I mean, it's case in point. Man United was it 8 million Maguire and all that over the years. The 90 million, was it 90 mil on Pogba's? It's all well and good spending the money, having the money to spend. It's spending it wisely in the right areas at the right time. Yes, yeah, I saw that this morning. Yeah, I've seen a few West Ham fan channels react to it as well, and they're a bit obviously happy about it. It'll be interesting now with him doing so. Obviously, now the other shareholder will more likely buy his shares out. One sec. Gordon will probably buy out Sullivan's shares now, take over fully. That'd be interesting to see if this guy from Czech Republic or whatever basically does what's needed to be done to fix the issues at the club, and get the club back to where it needs to be back in the Prem. Can't we have to have a Gibbs White if Rogers goes to? Oh, look, again, going by reports, going by what I hear and see in reports and all that, it does seem that he wants to come to Arsenal in terms of Morgan Rogers. Sorry, I think Gibbs White would be a good signing for you. It's just a matter of you need to get, your ownership needs to get their head out their asses basically and stop this project youth only situation. You need to get the balance now. I've been saying it for 2 years now. All well and good bringing these young kids in, putting the squad together, come through together at the same time. You do need experience, some senior players. I think that just to add a bit more info into that though, Gav, I will say the fact that someone within the Gibbs White party leaked or told they Tottenham the heads up about the secret release clause that no one knew about, buying Gibbs White and his people and the owner. I think that sort of put a nail in the coffin because obviously someone leaked at the Tottenham for them to activate it, like go to the club and activate the release clause that no one knew about out of nowhere. I think again we all know what that owner's like. He's got wind. Obviously, that's coming. He's got, hang on, this ain't right. What have you said? And then obviously he's held him to ransom basically. We all deserve promotion more than West Ham. Their fans were unbearable. In Prem, can't stand them. I don't want Millwall in the Premier League either. Let's be brutally honest. I'd rather not. every match day, seeing fucking seats getting torn at the fucking stadium and all that, and having bloody major kickoffs of it every London derby being a kickoff basically because they just want to tear it up basically. I personally think Bones overrated, massively overrated. If he was any good, I'm sorry, if he was any good, as good as people make him out to be, he would have turned up a lot more in that running to get the team he's captaining out of that situation in a good way. But it's not just back line. It's in terms of the back line, it's goalkeeper, 4 minutes of injury time. By the way, the back line itself needs fixing and sorting out. Goalkeeper, and they need an out and out striker. João Pedro, he's a pebble patch player. We've seen it. He started off the season the way he did. After the West Ham game onwards, he'd pop up every now and then and once in a blue moon. We don't want that Fernandez from West Ham, buddy. Well, it looks as it stands. It looks like you're not may not on the front runners on that one. As it stands, that could change. We'll see on that. But again, it's all about you having to not just spend the money in terms of the transfer fee. It's actually spending the money on the wages. Yeah, Jackson's on his way back to Chelsea from Bayern. Yeah, one with Alonso, give him a chance. Cannot wait to get out of here after this. Look, genuinely look forward to this. I know I had to feel it'd be a friendly field, which it has, but didn't think we'd in shithouse a 1-0 win against New Zealand. I'll be honest with you. He's either telling you to be a Steely Black Stinnies in this World Cup and to be offside all the fucking time. I think like yourselves in terms of sending that Newcastle need to sell before they buy. Hence why players like Sandro Tonali again been linked with Man United and Arsenal because they need to sell. The thing is, I get what you're saying about Palmer, sell Palmer, but the club themselves have shot themselves in the foot in terms of. I've got to think now. In terms of the length of contract he's got, giving him a 9-year contract with an option for fucking 10th is mental. But the wages as well, because with the length of contract he's got left, they're going to try and demand a high fee. No one's going to pay that sort of money. With Palmer, as far as I'm concerned, he had that first season at Chelsea where he was a standout player because he's the only one that sort of had a point to prove who wanted to perform week in week out, and now he's done his bit in that season. He's now sort of took his foot off the gas ever since, and you get spurring moments from him basically. Ball in, Shitball. That's there you go. Full time was gone. England win 1-0. Well, hey, it's over. Oh God. That's the that's the problem. That's the reason you find yourselves in the problem that you find yourselves in because you've gone down this route of not paying high wages. Ironically, what we used to do after we moved to the Emirates, the reason we did it because we moved to the Emirates and we had to balance the books. You're just doing it for whatever reason you're doing it for. It's not to balance the books. It's screwing you because you'll have a. You had the first season as we as you say as you know you what 12th or was it the first full season under new ownership. Then you had Champions League football spot. Was it fourth you finished in the end? Like season before now, and the fall off again this season in the 10th. The inconsistency is like in your when you're in Europe, it's like you because of the stuff going behind the scenes, you go backwards, and Brian obviously being in the conference when you got top four, Brian that you just under this ownership you see the struggle when you're in Champions League football. But yeah, on that note, oh dear, I'm very very tired. It's nearly 11 o'clock at night. That has bored the life out of me that game. Thank you guys for obviously popping in and keeping me company. What's the final score in Scotland? Not in Scotland, with the Scotland game. What's he paying 50 million for Palmer then retro? Oh, you won 4-0 in the end. There was no more goals in the second half. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm just. I'm trying to think now next week. I'm trying to think because I need to chat with Liam tomorrow. I'm trying to figure out when he wants to do his got preview show. His only slot is basically tomorrow night or Monday night because you got Tuesday. You got the women's World Cup qualifier against Ukraine. Another friendly for against Costa Rica or whatever on Wednesday. Then the World Cup gets underway on Thursday. So hands are sort of getting tired here. So it's going to probably be a Monday. Give them more time to organise it all, but probably be a Monday night show. So that means nothing for tomorrow. Nice little rest day. And it's all full steam ahead from Monday onwards. What it seems it looks it. Oh God, what are we doing? I even look completely shattered. The thing is, I don't seem to lucky that one great season. Metro standout season, and since then he's sort of blended in with the crowd basically at Chelsea. But yeah, anyway, on that note, as I say, England won 1-0. Painful game. Better performances again. First, the starting 11 just didn't bother. They were just happy to go through the motions. Good luck, and yourself, Tom. They were just happy to go through the motions in the first half. The second half, 11 actually played a bit more with the ball and actually tried to score in the second half more goals. And yeah, I can't tell you what to say about it. It's what it is. No, I don't get why Rio got any minutes because he's not overall. He'll be after Wednesday. He's going to be told to piss off home with Viefan and all that. You could see the Monaco GP. Give me some rest. Let me rest. Do you not understand? I'm going to be between myself and others. We'll be running ragged now for the next 5 weeks or so. There's going to be no fucking rest of the wicked, literally. in this case. But yeah, so yeah, probably see us on Monday with, as I say, the World Cup preview show. All Watchalongs FC now in for the rest of the week with the Women's World Cup. Say Women's World Cup qualifying on Tuesday, last World Cup warm up for the men on Wednesday, World Cup properly on Thursday night, and then yeah, games on early hours of Friday morning as well. If you're living in the UK, we have them covered as well. That's going to be fun. But yeah, I think we will as a whole. It just these games were to get the whole point of all these friendlies that have been organised since the countries have arrived is to get the players and the teams as the squads minutes in their legs, the ones that have been their seasons have been finished for a few weeks. B, and probably most importantly, get them acclimatised to the humidity of where they're playing basically, and get them settled in and ready and raring for what's to come, basically, and getting used to the pitches as well and the conditions and all that in game. The water breaks as well, getting used to that stoppage, and so that's not new. It's not new and alien to them when it comes about in a couple of weeks, in the next week or so, when the games matter. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. I didn't see much of Jude. I'll say that in terms of Jude Bellingham. Being honest, shock. But yeah, there's a lot of pressure on him to do well with this squad at this tournament. no, no, he's put himself in a hole now, especially when we know he's going to be here for the Euros as well. Oh dear. But yeah, I'll see you all my Monday and Tuesday, basically. Until then, if you haven't already hit the like button, subscribe if you're new. Um, yeah, like button, subscribe if you're new. Join if you want to become a member as well. Press the join button. You know what? Before we go, actually, you know what? It was that bad a game. No, I hold out. The last five I hold out for next week, actually. The last five memberships. Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see you soon, guys. Take care of yourselves. And as always, up the Arsenal. You know, it's not Arsenal. But yeah.